Hey everyone, welcome back to Starfield. So I'm gonna head up to Asher's quarters just to have a little bit of a kip, just to rejuvenate some energy because that last Guardian took it out of me. Something that I had noticed as well. When I was editing the last video, I realised that I was completely wrong about something. And that is, if I go into my power screen, I completely missed this over on the left-hand side, which I can only guess has been staring at me all the way through the game. Apparently, there are still 2 undiscovered temples out there somewhere that we need to go and visit. So, yeah, that's 2 more of those fun little temple mini-games that we get to skip. But that must surely also mean that there's still 2 artifacts out there. Well, one of them we know is linked somehow to this Nova Galactic based on Luna, but where the other one is, I'm not entirely sure. So let's throw Asher down onto his cot for a few hours, get some sleep. So yeah, we're going to head to Luna, figure out what exactly the emissary is.
I bet you needed the rest, though.
Oh, the memorial service. Noel's organising a memorial service for Andresia back at the lodge. Ooh, I kind of forgot about that. As bad as that is. Barrett, hi. Were you keeping watch over me whilst I slept? How creepy of you.
You know, what you're feeling right now is a chemical reaction whose evolutionary goal is promoting social cohesion. Never seems to work for me. No matter how many times I do this, I feel less attached, not more.
Okay, so this is in relation to the memorial service for Andresia. So every time this happens, he feels less attached, not more. What exactly is he referencing there? Is that in regard to you would expect to come away from a funeral for a lost loved one feeling a closer bond with those who are still around? Is that what he means? But he gets the opposite effect? Did you go to Irvin's funeral? Also, I must apologize, Barrett. I keep on calling your late husband Irwin for some reason. Did you go to Irvin's funeral?
I don't remember. I'm sure I did. I thought when the funeral was over, when everyone went home that night, that it was over. Turns out, sometimes you need more than that.
Wow. He doesn't remember going to his own husband's funeral. Barrett doesn't deal well with grief, does he? I think I know what you mean. That sounds awful. Any tips for getting out through the funeral without sobbing? Well, seeing as he doesn't remember his own husband's funeral, he's probably not the best person to ask.
They're always hard. Always. And it's okay to sob, to yell, to go to sleep, do whatever it takes. As long as your grief doesn't cause more grief for yourself or anybody else, it's okay.
Fair. And I do kind of get what he means, in a way, feeling less of an attachment to other people. I mean, I'm still very fond of Barrett and of Sam, of everybody back at the lodge, sort of Mateo and Walter and Noel, and Sarah's okay, I guess. But I'm fully ready to move on from this universe. I think instead of forming a closer bond with the fellow people at Constellation, I'm kind of looking forward to getting the hell out of here in a weird kind of way. So I see his point.
Well, look at us. 2 lone wolves howling at the moon on the same night. You know, if there's one piece of advice I can actually give you, it's that lost loved ones have a way of coming back to you.
Funny you should say that.
One day you'll be sweeping out some old shelf or digging through a desk, and there it'll be. Some old paperweight of theirs. Or a piece of jewelry they gave you. Half jokingly. Theoretically, of course.
Speaking of which, where's that houseplant that you took from Irvin's apartment? I'm kind of intrigued. Okay. Do you ever think about your own funeral? Oh my god. Do you know what? That might be a thought that's actually crossed his mind, especially seeing as we put the whole thing with Irvin to bed. But also, now having met at least 3 copies of himself from other universes that have popped in to say hi and fire off a few rounds.
Nope. Not even for a moment. Funerals are there to remind survivors that they aren't alone. The dead have already finished their part in our story.
Okay. So the great scientist does feel grief after all.
Maybe I like knowing no matter how far I run to the edges of space, someone is going to find their way back to me.
Good having you back on board, Barrett. Missed you, sir. Okay. So, well, that changes things. That changes the course of our next few actions. Luna can wait, as it has for all of these millennia. I'm going to head back to the lodge. We've got a farewell to say, I think.
The other members of Constellation have no doubt been awaiting your arrival.
Thanks, Vasco. Not quite sure we needed to stomp past like that. Also, Barrett disappearing was just slightly discerning. Oh, he's over there. This is going to be horrible. Oh, Cora's up on the balcony as well, watching over everything. This is going to be horrible. I temporarily dismiss the adoring fan he's waiting back on the Star Eagle at the moment. I kind of thought that no matter how much I genuinely have enjoyed having him around again, probably not appropriate.
Our own founder left on an expedition and never returned. It is easy to talk about the glory and excitement of breaching into the unknown, of lighting the darkness. But it is harder to stare into the face of the cost. That all of our progress is built on top of the lives of those who dared. And that we owe them the courage to continue our work in their memory.
Thank you, Sarah. If anyone else would like to say a few words.
Yes. I think this is probably a good time for us to take the stand. Why did you have to do that to me, game? Seriously, where's Sam? That's unusual. Where is Sam? Cora's present, but he isn't. Okay. Sure he must have had something pressing on. Hello everyone. Guess I should say something, I don't know what. Let's not focus on the negatives. I mean, this is a memorial service for someone who was killed, but let's not focus on the anger of it all. She was murdered, and I will be sorting that out before too long. Yeah. It feels a little bit strange for me to be saying thank you all for coming, because, yeah, obviously sort of Asher and Andreja were together in the end, but she's a valued member of Constellation. Everyone's feeling the loss, so I guess I should say something, but I don't quite know what. Andreja was my friend, and let Andreja down. Constellation. I don't think it's fair for Asher to actually take all this on his shoulders. Yes, a choice was made. I made a choice to stay here and defend the lodge and not go straight to the eye, but we run the risk of potentially sort of upsetting the balance against humanity if we'd have let the hunter just get away scot-free with all of the artifacts. Andreja knew the dangers we faced better than anyone. Yes, I think more to the point, we will never forgive those responsible for Andreja's death. She was more than our resident mysterious introvert. She was the best among us. Could have saved her. She'd be the one who's gone. If she was here, she'd tell us to keep going. We'll never rest until she's avenged. I think it's good to make the point, but I don't want to press the angry side of things. I think she would encourage us to just keep going and keep pressing on. I'm going to miss her for the rest of my life. I don't know how I'm going to live without her. I'll do everything to honor her memory. Won't stop until the Starborn pays for what he's done. I mean, yeah, the last one's a given. But yeah, she will be missed. And I think even if Asher were to meet another Andreja in another universe, if going through the Unity is everything that it's cracked up to be, I don't think it would ever be the same. There's never going to be that Andreja again.
Thank you. If anyone else wants to say something.
Oh, 'Oh, Mateo stepping up. Oh, 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 Mateo
thought maybe I would come up with something to say, but I've got nothing. So instead, I thought I would quote something that gave me comfort a long time ago. Is God real? The more proper question would be, is reality divine? Existence itself is a mystery which yearns to be uncovered. What is goodness but a comparison to the good? What is existence but a participation in being? For where the diversity of the universe inspires awe and wonder, it exists only in contrast to a simplicity so pure that it may only be understood as primordial and even divine. Our essence is what was imagined by its mind. But what we consider imagining and what we consider mind are in fact so far beyond our understanding that even these metaphors are like the tiny whitecaps on a massive surging sea. There's more, but those are the parts that speak to me the most. Thank you.
That was really thoughtful, Mateo. Thank you. Does anyone else want to say anything?
Anybody else going to step forward? I reckon Barrett will go up to say something. Ooh, Walt's taking a stand. Okay.
I don't often speak about what I believe in. It seems so redundant with how I live. But death is one of those occasions where it's hard not to look inward. Our friend is gone. There's no afterlife, or second meetings. No God in heaven that is curating a perfect ending for them. So it's up to us. We are what lives on. If the pain of loss inspires us to greater action, then that is the good that comes from it. Humanity is what truly creates our world. We are the ones that judge things to be good or evil, joyful or mournful. Let us take responsibility for it. Let us remember what we have lost.
Walter, are you part of the House of Enlightenment? I never knew that.
I think he mentioned that before.
Well, I like to keep some things private.
I feel like he mentioned that to us at some point. Or we found out through some other means. I can kind of see why Walter and Mateo are at loggerheads over certain things now. Makes sense.
You all might not like thinking about this, but when we die, everything about us breaks down, decomposes, gets eaten up by insects and microbes. Or due to the lack of a biosphere, we are simply carried away by space and time until we sizzle in a distant sun's corona or get pulled in some gravitational field and coalesce with other debris. Not comforting, huh? But I disagree. Do you know what I find uncomfortable? The thought that after I die, the universe is just going to stand still forever. Could you imagine? The fact is that the universe goes on, that life goes on, that things do not just sit still. That right there is the comfort that I need. Yeah, we die, and some people go way before they should. But the universe doesn't care, not because it's evil, but because it's infinite, ever expanding. And who wouldn't want to be a part of infinity, even if it's just for a short while? Listen. We don't worry about ourselves before we were born, do we? Of course not. We emerge from the universe as we return to it. And for one beautiful moment, we are here together.
Yes, that certainly was an interesting perspective, Barrett.
I love that. The scientist at heart through and through. Good man. Mateo's checked out. Cora, where's Sam? I feel like he should be here. I feel like the game thinks he should be here. Okay, everyone's meeting out in the greenhouse, I think. So, what, Sam just doesn't get a turn? That's kind of odd. Sarah, you good?
Hey, how are you holding up?
How about you, first of all?
It's not really going to hit me until later. Right now, I just need everyone else to be okay.
I think I'm actually alright. Weirdly enough. I think, bizarrely, Barrett's perspective on things, it kind of rings most true out of anything.
Just don't forget to take time for yourself, okay? Plenty of rooms if you need to sit down and be alone for a while. We'll get through this. It might feel like everything's falling apart, but that's why we need to stick together.
Thanks, Sarah. You're all right, despite everything that I've said along the way. But yeah, that's something that I noticed as well. She seems to be sort of putting off her own feelings, trying to be sort of the matriarch of Constellation and sort of focusing her attention on everyone else. But you can take a moment for yourself as well.
We all have to get through this our own way. Don't worry about me. Really, I'll be fine.
Okay. Right. I would really love to know where your dad was for this, but... Well?
I hope this is all okay. Between fixing things up and sending out messengers and getting all the paperwork done. It's not much.
It was exactly what was needed, Noelle. Thank you. So you organized everything here?
I haven't really been sleeping much. I'm not having the best dreams right now.
Yeah, she was really hit by the hunter breaking in. Could have done... Yeah, I could have done more to help. You didn't need to take this all on your shoulders.
No, it's fine. I
needed something to distract yourself.
If I talk any longer, I'm gonna start crying. Could you excuse me?
Yeah, sure. Totally get that. Cora... Sorry, Sarah. Oh, here you are! Oh, and Vladimir. I sort of forgot about Vladimir. Interesting. So Sam and Vladimir kept themselves away up here. Hi, Vasco!
I am told these types of gatherings are a sad occasion. That assumption appears to be correct.
What gave it away? So... I think... Oh, Vasco, were you on board Juno's ship just now? I can't remember. You two would have gotten along like a house on fire. I don't think he can feel emotion, but you can register and recognize it?
No, I don't. I'm programmed to analyze sensory and biometric data, so I can cross-reference. But I do not feel, as you seem to imply.
That makes sense. Yeah, this was a sad occasion. You picked up correctly.
I appreciate you verifying my analysis, although I am certain my thanks will do little to improve your current psychological trauma. If you would like, though, I can add some consoling language to my programming.
Wow. I'm just going to say yes to hear how bad this is going to... No, Vasco, do you know what? I appreciate the sentiment. Please do.
It will take some time to adapt, but it will be okay. How was that?
It's superb.
I will note that feedback for later.
I like Vasco. Cora, watch your head on his arm there.
Hi.
How are you holding up?
No. And don't keep asking. I'm not gonna be, alright?
Okay.
Everything's worse now.
Wow. I'm literally the last person you should be talking to about death, but here I am. Lay it on me, I guess?
So many people here. So many people saying goodbye.
Mm-hmm. If you need space, yeah, just say.
Huh. Are we supposed to feel better? Just because we're all in one place?
Mm. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Memorial services, are they really for the person that we're saying goodbye to, or are they for the benefit of the people gathering? Lost someone, only natural to come together. Yeah, I think that's it. If this isn't meant to make any one person feel better about the situation, but it's I suppose it's almost a commitment of solidarity in this case.
What's the point? It's not going to change anything.
You're not alone, Cora. We're here for you. There's no changing what happened, but we have to keep living. She's a tough kid. I kind of get the impression that sort of offering a shoulder to cry on doesn't really register with her in the nicest possible way. But yeah, I can't help but think back to what Barrett was saying. There's no changing what happened. We have to carry on.
Every day is going to be worse now. Don't you get that? I want to be alone for a while, okay?
Totally get that. Totally get that. Right. Gentlemen, Vladimir, you've taken up a role behind the bar, I see. Tell you what, let's actually take a seat with these fellas. So, yeah, I take it was a bit too raw for you both to be downstairs, I guess.
Drink? Pour one out to the blackest sea?
Pour one out.
Two old friends. May their ghosts go past the edges of space, to the great beyond.
To the future? Huh. And the end. How pertinent.
Aye.
Sam, how are you holding up?
Is it quieter in the lodge, or is it just me?
Just shock. Brooding. Although right time, right place. Yeah, it's definitely quieter around here.
Death is a bastard. Comes for us all. You know, there's an old Aquila story about two pioneers who got lost trying to find a new frontier to settle. One of them takes ill. Clear he's not gonna make it, he turns to his partner and says, "Don't bury me. Let the ground take what it's due. I'd rather be a ghost chasing after you than walk through the pearly gates knowing an eternity of loneliness until you get there." Sad story, huh?
There's no such story on Aquila. You're making it all up. You can't trick a Freestar.
There isn't? You travel around so much it gets hard to remember what goes where. Suffice to say, it's a story somewhere, and it seems appropriate.
I get that.
You look after yourself.
Yeah, you too, Sam. Okay, I can head down out into the little conservatory area. Look out below. Fireman's exit. Nobody taking up residence by the fire. Barrett, love the speech, my friend.
Let's hope this is the last one of these I need to attend.
Mm-hmm. Got a funny feeling it will be. Mateo.
It almost feels wrong to be grieving. Selfish. No amount of tears will bring the dead back.
It's okay to grieve. You're right, you know. Funerals are more for the living. Is that it? Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying upstairs.
Yes. We don't have a way of knowing whether we really touched the departed with our grief. We just have to have faith.
Again, it seems like he's teetering on the edge of a crisis of faith. Like every time I speak to him at the moment. Yeah, it's okay for you to take a moment and grieve.
It's just easier to feel guilty.
Don't be
If you'll
stupid.
excuse me.
Ah, don't be crazy. What have you got to feel guilty about? Walter.
Chat for a bit?
Mm-hmm.
Normally, I hate talking to people at funerals, but, well,
I guess it wouldn't kill me. Yeah, please, let's chat.
you don't believe in the afterlife, do you? I mean, this might be the worst time to bring it up, but
I guess I'll find out when I get there. There's something after. I doubt it, this life is all you get. Until recent events, this would have been my answer. I doubt it, this life is all you get. But I kind of feel like there is some sort of afterlife out there, though completely different to the traditional one that humanity has clung onto for millennia. There is some sort of rebirth out there, though.
yes. Won't we all? Well, I've taken up enough of your time.
Got a funny feeling that wasn't the answer he was looking for, but oh well. Right. Pasco? Barrett? We've got a date with the moon.
Working on it. Don't mind me asking.
Analyzing some of Sarah's
Let's
recent
get a
data
second
from the field.
opinion, shall we?
We're going to collaborate on a
Walter and I were just discussing the expenses incurred during the attack.
No, I was explaining that there's nothing to discuss. It's been taken care of.
It seems that Walter has taken it upon himself to cover the costs of the repairs to both the lodge and the Eye, as well as any expenses relating to the funeral services.
I was never particularly close to Andrasia, and I wish I'd gotten to know her better. In any event, it seemed the right thing to do.
So I walked out of the lodge, realised that Barrett wasn't my companion anymore, came back in to get him, and heard him and Noelle talking. Basically, Barrett was trying to encourage Noelle to get up into space on board the ship, which is what they were jabbering about in the background, but also these two arguing over finances. Okay, thank you, Walter, that's kind of you. I'm sure she would appreciate what you've done for her. Spending all the credits in the universe won't make up for losing her. I don't want to talk about it. Okay, I don't particularly want to... I kind of... As angry as I am at the Hunter about what happened, I'm kind of at peace with the whole Andrasia thing at the moment. So I'm not going to snap at him or basically say that it's not going to make... Whoa!
I'm not getting any younger here.
All right, dude, I can be snappy if you encourage me. Jesus, that was a bit uncalled for. Anyway, but yeah. Sarah doesn't want him to pay for the damage to the lodge and the Eye and also Andrasia's funeral service. I'm not entirely sure why. I think it's the whole matriarch thing kicking in again. She wants to feel like she can do something for everybody at the same time. But Walter's the money man. He's the one with the means. I'm sure she would appreciate it, even if you say you weren't that close.
None of us would be here without the others. We're all incredibly indebted to one another.
I can't thank you enough, Walter.
Sarah, I know we argue about money all the time. Most of it is in jest, but occasionally it's not. This is the one way I can best contribute to our work. It has been, and continues to be, an honor to do so. And when this is all over, we can go back to squabbling about minor expenses. But it was important to me that I do this.
Fair enough. Well, since we're already talking about this,
Oh, grab the popcorn, Barrett.
there is one more thing I'd like to do for Andrasia.
Oh.
And I wanted to know what you thought. Nothing extravagant. Just a small plaque here in the lodge. Something to remember them by. Where do you think would be appropriate?
Oh, wow. Right in the centre. What? The centre of the lodge? Where? What, on the thing around where the artifacts were held? Where it should be in the garden. The bar would be the best spot, where it doesn't matter where it goes. I don't know. I mean, the bar doesn't make any sense. I don't think Andreja even drank. The garden, I don't think she was particularly attached to. The center, I guess.
Sounds fitting. Any objections, Walter?
No, I think this is a fine idea.
Then it's settled. I'm glad we had this discussion.
And now, perhaps we can try and move on.
Yes, I think that's right.
Okay, interesting. Right, Barrett's now re-recruited. I take it... I couldn't really hear the conversation between you and Noelle. I take it she's still not coming up into space with us?
I know everyone's excited by the artifacts, but we need to be as objective as possible and be aware of possible negative effects.
I think we've already felt quite enough negative effects, thank you.
Stay safe, okay?
Mm-hmm. That's the idea.
It's important that we don't forget the people we've lost. I'm glad you were able to weigh in.
Yeah, me too.
Remember, you're representing all of us out there.
Can I help?
Okay, nice.
Until later.
I think that pretty much covers it all. Right, come on then, Barrett. Come on, Vasco. We're definitely heading to the ship this time. Back on board the Star Eagle. We've not left Jemison just yet. I've recruited Sarah back onto the ship, because it's been a little while since we've had her aboard. Adoring Fan is back with us as well, but I just got a notification that she wants a word.
Ever since we talked about the Battle of Cassiopeia, I can't get what happened out of my mind.
So this was where she ended up loading all of her crew onto a defective lifeboat and seeing them all crash into the surface of a planet. Yeah, I could tell it was still bothering you. That's probably... I think that kind of carries over into her feeling of responsibility over everybody else around her before herself that she's demonstrated recently. Probably rubs off from the Cassiopeia incident.
Was it that obvious? I thought I could handle these memories, but until I return to Cassiopeia, I'll never be able to put this to rest.
Okay, how would travelling back there put your concerns to rest?
The last time I saw my crew, their escape shuttle was headed for the planet's surface. I need to find the wreckage to ensure their memories are honored.
It could potentially do more harm than good, knowing for sure what happened to them.
Maybe, but I'm willing to take the chance. One problem, though. Pinpointing the crew's shuttle wreckage is going to be like trying to find a grain of salt in a sandbox. I think we need to start by locating my old campsite on Cassiopeia 1.
Old campsite? Okay. Oh, we can't ask about that. All of the Dauntless's escape shuttles were damaged. She already covered that. I think there were only 2 escape shuttles, and she ended up on the one that was still okay. What actually happened to the ship in the end?
Shortly after I evacuated, I saw the ship come apart.
Oh, she did say.
The UC listed it as lost, so I assume the Dauntless was completely destroyed.
Okay. Yeah, if they had taken her shuttle, they might have survived. Yeah, you were lucky to have made it to safety yourself. Don't beat yourself up over the crew. Anybody getting off of that thing was lucky.
Lucky? Compared to my crew, I hit the goddamn jackpot.
Oh, yeah.
Still, I'll never forget my finger hovering over that launch button. Would I launch safely or explode into a fireball? It turned out that my shuttle had just enough power to allow an emergency landing on the planet's surface.
Yeah, I remember last time that she got pretty upset when I said that she was the lucky one. Yeah, walked straight into that one again. Can't imagine how relieved you felt. Piloting. Impressive you soft landed after emergency jettison that close to the exosphere. Getting all technical, Asher.
I wouldn't call what I did a soft landing, but thank you all the same.
Right. We need to get you back there to face your demons. Do you think putting this to rest will get you back on your feet? I'll set a course for the Cassiopeia system. I'll be quite honest with you, Sarah. At the moment, it's not a priority. But apparently I don't have the option to turn it down, so okay. What are you hoping to find at your old campsite?
My shuttle should have the telemetry tracking data for the other shuttle aboard.
Ah.
It should give us an idea where it went down.
Campsite makes
That's
sense.
if scavengers haven't completely stripped my ship for parts.
I suppose, yeah, she had to sort of make some sort of shelter to survive on the planet's surface until rescue. That makes sense, I guess. Do you really think putting this to rest will get you back on your feet?
Don't worry, it's not as though I'm coming apart at the seams.
Not like the
It's
Dauntless.
the conversations we've been having. They dredged up these old memories, and they're a burden.
I get you. Okay. Again, I wish I kind of had a can we talk about this later option, but yeah, I suppose she does have some demons that need excising.
That's what I was hoping. But I don't know the exact location of my survival campsite.
Right.
For that, we are going to have to head to Mast and see if we can get the information from my old friend, Admiral Logan.
Right, okay. You two don't see eye to eye then, by the looks of it. Visiting Mast might stir up painful memories. You should let me handle Logan alone. I've got a funny feeling that's not on the cards. But yeah, you and him... Look at her face. Yeah, she doesn't like the Admiral Logan.
Your instincts are right on target. Logan and I butted heads more than once during my time with the Navigator Corps. We've never seen eye to eye. Look, I hope this isn't asking too much. Last thing I want to do is drag you into some kind of personal crusade.
Yeah, members of Constellation stick together, I guess.
That's why I need you by my side. Truth is, I'm scared. When I set foot on Cassiopeia, I don't know if I'll be able to handle what I find. If I begin to fall apart, I need someone I can trust to keep me in check.
What are you expecting to find other than bodies?
Besides bad memories, I don't know. I'm trying not to think about it. Not yet.
Okay. Well, yeah, I do appreciate the vote of confidence.
Well, you deserve it. You've always been there when I've needed your help. Why you continue to support me, I'll never understand.
Okay, what happens? Yeah, it's what friends and, moreover, work colleagues do for one another.
You're absolutely right. They do. Oh, I've been so busy searching the stars for answers. I've overlooked what's been in front of me all this time. True friendship. Something I've denied myself for far too long.
Yeah, you've been critical of yourself for far too long, Sarah. Give her a due. And I said it before, she could do with actually concentrating a little bit on her own sort of personal journey as well, instead of worrying about everybody around her.
You're right. I have. Hey, anyway, I've taken up enough of your time. I know you have a lot to do. I really appreciate your offer to visit Cassiopeia. Hopefully, it'll bring me the closure that I've needed for far too long.
Oh, why is she now my active companion?
We should have a talk. When you have the time, of course.
Oh, has that locked me into her quest? Has that locked me in? For the... Wait, Barrett's on his way out, isn't he? Oh, that's... Oh! Barrett isn't assigned to the ship. He was just my companion. So he's now been dismissed. He's on the way out the door. Oh, for the love of... I wanted to go to Luna for... I'm so annoyed at what just happened that I've just gone and done something that I would never normally do because it really irritates me. But I've just cheesed the game. I've just save scummed. Because I'm just so peed off that I was railroaded, hard railroaded, as soon as I started the conversation, into starting Sarah's loyalty quest. Not loyalty quest, that's a Mass Effect thing, isn't it? But you know what I mean. Her particular quest. When I didn't want to. And the game kind of forced me into it. I don't want to go to Mast with Sarah and find the escape pod on Cassiopeia. I want to go to the Lunar Nova Galactic base with Barrett. Damn it. So yeah, Sarah is no longer aboard the ship. She's back at the lodge. Myself, Barrett, the adoring fan Vasco, and Omari are now on board the Star Eagle, and we've arrived here at Luna. So, let's continue with the emissary's little quest. So that's the Nova Galactic Star Yard. We went there a long time ago with Sarah when we were still friends. And, but somewhere here is, there we go, the Nova Galactic Research Station. Huh. There's a landing area over there. Apparently I touched down on a random spot on the moon before. I don't remember that. But let's head over to this Nova Galactic Research Station and find out why the emissary is so keen for us to look through this presumably long abandoned base. I mean, she's even... Oh, this is an interesting point, actually, something that I hadn't considered before. She's even given us the key to get into this place. So she herself, the emissary, presumably, has visited this location.
Once operated in this location.
Wait, that's the point. The Model A's were all built on Luna, weren't they? Are you home now, Vasco? Well, that's cute. I've just realised that I've forgotten to re-recruit the adoring fan, but oh well. Never mind, I'll live. Right, where are we actually headed? Oh, there we go. Up that hill by the looks of things. Is there any... Ooh. That's rather close. That place is rather close and rather large. What the hell's that? It looks like there's ships parked outside there. Right, we will head straight up to the Nova Galactic station very soon, but I'm really intrigued by what the hell this is. The gravity's so low here that I can actually fly indefinitely. Brilliant. Abandoned weapon station. I just saw somebody. Oh, ecliptics. Dirty dogs. Oh, I've been to this type of location before, haven't I? I recognize this. Hello, down there. Right, let's touch down here. Ooh, I'm really close to some big explosive barrels. Don't want to be there. In fact, let's clear them before they cause trouble.
I'm fine.
I think I might have hit Barrett with that. Never mind. Whoop. Hello. Where you at, dirty ecliptic? I thought there was one on this structure somewhere, but maybe I dreamt it.
You aren't ready for this.
No, the ecliptics most certainly are not ready for this by the looks of things. Hello. Goodbye. Woo, Model A.
Massive damage.
Oh. Like fish in a barrel. Well, you are a bunch of weaklings, aren't you? I'm not gonna lie. Slightly disappointed.
Come on.
Where's the next one, Barrett?
Let's finish
Oh,
this.
don't worry. I think I found him. Hello. Bye-bye then. I think he just shot straight up to the next balcony. Oh, saucy. Where you at?
Using sensor range. Stand by while I search the area.
Hi. Where you at? Now, I know you're up here. Ah, there you are. Ooh, strong boy, eh? Not nearly strong enough. Who's next? Ooh, who is that? That's Vasco. I can hear someone with a pew-pew out there.
Useless to attempt defeating us.
You know what, Vasco? I think you're onto something. Oh, there you are. Hello. Did you just say Boulder Dash? Boulder Dash and indeed Poppycock. Right, I think. Is that all of them? One more remaining. Over here somewhere. Of course, the main disadvantage here is that the oh, there's a thing there, and it was hidden. I'm gonna check that out whilst I remember it exists. Food and stuffs. Right, I think the last pip on my okay, on my chrono mark is a bot. I think it's trapped under the stairs. There you are. Hold on. Let me shimmy on through. Oh, I can't get through to you. You're just gonna have to accept my bullets from a distance.
Catastrophic damage.
Catastrophic failure on the part of the Ecliptics. Right. Yeah, what I was saying was, the only problem with them being so bloody easy is that the kill to loot ratio is going to be through the roof. I think this is going to take some time. Right. I think we might be best splitting up. Oh, hello. How are we here? We have a slate. Facility workers note. Daryl, we've told you a million times it's none of our business what the client's going to do with the shipment, so stop asking. It makes them nervous and it's bad for business. I don't care if it's weapons, chems, or tech. It doesn't matter. What the client does with them is their problem. If something happens, we don't want to be implicated. This is becoming a bad habit of yours. Don't let it happen again. What's also become... Well, hold on. Travel to Vulture's Roost. Well, that completely flies in the face of what I was about to say. I'm pretty certain that I've read that slate before, and I think it was on the same desk in the same location in the same facility that we found the Ecliptics holding before, a long while ago. But that didn't trigger go to Vulture's Roost, whatever that is. We'll bear that in mind. I've got a funny feeling that my journey is going to be taking me quite far away from Vulture's Roost before too long, but I don't know, I guess we'll see. Oh, hello. I didn't see you down here.
What is that?
It's a gun. Ooh. Big old landing spot. Although, I suppose it doesn't really make sense for me to actually pull the Star Eagle over here because I'm going to be heading up that hill before too long. Ooh, hello. Another data slate. This is inside a little sort of habitation unit that I found off in the corner of the compound. Let's have a little look. Emergency protocol. Pirates have tracked one of the delivery ships back to our location. Again, I'm sure that I have read that slate before. So that's really odd. I mean, a little bit disappointing on the one hand that we've got the same set of slates populated within the same sort of prefab, I guess, of Outpost. But
Nice butter.
But also, really bloody bizarre that we got that objective when I picked up... Oh, wow. Oh, I thought they were all readable books. That I got that objective when I picked up the slate in the other place. How very strange. Who are you? You are nothing to be read. Let's see. Is this about some technology, client relations, user experience write-up? Hoist the missile into position. Yeah, this is something about plastic parts being replaced by metal, isn't it? Again... stuff that we've read before. Disappoint. Well, I left that shipyard behind to come up on here to this Nova Galactic facility, which... Oh, wow, this is... Wait, this is the right place, right? This is, okay. Not much to it. Why am I being drawn here? Interesting. I was expecting some sprawling facility. How bizarre. Okay. Well, looks like we've actually got... Oh, sorry, Barrett, kind of cut you off there. Looks like we've got a landable area here, so it'd be worth...
To be at least 100 years old. Stunning.
And the rest. I think Nova Galactic went out of business shortly after the exodus from Earth, if I remember correctly. So, right, we'll send the Star Eagle on up and out of here. Let's have a little poke around, and I'll call it back down to this landing spot, so we've got it handy for when we're on the way back out. Looks like, yeah, there's nothing of interest here by the looks of it. Just a few gas storage tanks. Ooh. Like we've got a chest waiting for us up here. That'll do. And then, yeah, we'll head into the facility and see what it is that. See exactly what it is that the emissary thinks is so pertinent and so worth us taking a little looky at. Right, let's. That's not what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. Oh, don't mess me around. This is quite clearly more than enough space to put the Star Eagle down. Don't be silly. No, it's going to screw me around. Brilliant. I'm stranded. Okay, fine, whatever. Okay, little storage and loading area. Nova Galactic Research Station. And a couple of entrances here by the looks of it. Let's take the left-hand airlock. Well, this is definitely the place. We've had to use the key to unlock it. So yeah, like Barrett mentioned, this place has been abandoned for a while, I would think. Oh, this is an actual NASA outpost! Ooh. Well, that's funky. NASA Communications Relay 2. Interesting. We've got a data slate right here. Let's have a look. Moonbase Slate 1.
Nova Galactic Project Log, Principal Engineer Lang Shu. Voltaire is being reconfigured for this new initiative. The math we're being asked to crunch is ambitious, even for a supercomputer. We might as well be asking it to count every grain of sand in every desert on Earth. Who came up with these original equations? Our partner isn't being very open about it. Every question I have goes through some discretionary channel. I'm surprised we even know we're working on a ship.
Voltaire. Okay, so it sounds like this is some sort of NASA Nova Galactic collaborative project, but also in partnership with some shady-sounding third party, and they were crunching numbers. They spoke about Voltaire, and they were asking it to crunch some crazy numbers. So Voltaire is either some sort of supercomputer or I don't know if an AI. Maybe I don't really know if AIs were created in the history of the settled systems. But anyway, so this is from March 1st, 2139. Bloody hell. This is almost 200 years old. Okay. Huh. Optional, collect all the slates. Oh, you bet your ass I'm collecting all the slates. I want to find out exactly what the hell was going on. Right, let's see. Med pack. What do we got in here? Much machinery. Okay, let's have a little, take a little look around and a bit of a dig about. Creds. Oh, hello. Moonbase Slate 3. I'd like to collect them in order if I can, just so I can get a better understanding of what's going on. So I wonder what was going on. I feel like it makes a shielded lab outfit. Oh, what are they shielding themselves from? I suppose it makes sense that... oh, I thought that was another data slate then. NASA as an entity and sort of its purpose will have morphed somewhat, I guess, over time as humanity sort of stretched out into the settled systems. And yeah, the idea of Earth and Earth governments and that sort of thing faded into the background. I guess it does... there's another slate on the desk there. It does kind of make sense that they may become more of, I suppose, what you could take as a private company and taking on private contracts and that sort of thing. So their partnership with Nova Galactic would make some sense, I guess, as would... it's quite a nice little ground crew helmet, but I'll pass, thank you very much.
You're done? Impressive.
Well, I am kind of cheating, Barrett. Did you not notice? Yeah, so them being in partnership with a private company would make sense, but taking on what sounds like a private contract from a mysterious third party. Part of me is wondering whether this third party might be, maybe a Starborn, maybe the emissary. Who knows? What's this? So that's Slate 6. Bloody hell. Okay. Right, we'll come back up at a later point for Slate 6 then. I want to find Slate 2, if possible. So what is all of this? Again, NASA branding up on the wall there. Big TV goes zud zud. That's fine. Right, so what's this? Safety first, PPE. Well, what PPE would be required, I wonder? That leads back to the hall where we entered. Anything on the desks? Let's take a little look.
Looks like everybody evacuated fast.
Yeah, the lights are still on. Equipment's still running. Interesting. Computers are smashed up, though. I wonder if that was intentional. Maybe they had to leave in a hurry and they had to cover their tracks, so they smashed up a lot of the equipment to make sure that nothing was discovered. Where did Vasco go? Has he stayed outside? Ooh, hold on. Another locker here. Mainly scanning these lockers just to make sure that there's no data slates left behind. That's what I'm telling myself anyway. In actuality, I am still looting, and I don't know why, because it's going to be, restricted equipment key. Looting is going to be pretty much irrelevant soon. Here we go, Moonbase Slate 2. So, Slate 1 was talking about this mysterious third party and the project that they were working on and crunching heavy numbers using, I've forgotten the name of it now, a supercomputer. Is that the supercomputer in question? Well, let's see what we can glean from this.
Nova Galactic Project Log, Principal Engineer Lang Shu. I admit, this is not the most disciplined team I've ever run. Malcolm keeps stealing computational time on Voltaire and thinks I don't know this. And Sabina's been distracted lately, but won't tell anyone why. I really should demand answers from both of them. But honestly, I'm too preoccupied with this contract. We all are. Despite anything going on in our personal lives, there's something special about what we're building here.
Intriguing. Oh, that's right. The first slate talked about a ship design, didn't it? So Nova Galactic were working on a very special new ship design. 200 years old chunks and they're still edible. That's kind of scary. Nova Galactic Research. What have we? Voltaire. Right, this should shed some light on exactly what this is. I want to remind the research team that Voltaire is a highly proprietary supercomputer that is currently being contracted exclusively for the use in Project Prism. It is not meant for your own personal project. This is aimed at Malcolm, obviously. Yes, it's amusing to see just how many decimal points of pi it can calculate, how many bits of encryption it can brute force, or whether you can simulate table tennis with a perfect aerodynamic simulation. But there'll be time for that later. For now, I need everyone concentrating on hitting our deadline. We're developing exciting new aerospace technology with our partner and client. That should be more than enough to keep anyone from being bored. Project Prism launch. Ooh. Play the recording on the roof. Okay, we're happy to announce that the first test launch of Project Prism will be held today. I would like everyone to suit up and join us on the roof at 9 EDT. Reminder to please sync all watches to Eastern Daylight Time. Our partner will also be on the radio for the launch. We'll be recording the event, so be on your best behavior. What launch? So hold on, let me just think back a minute. 2130s. Also, nice shuttle. Excuse me, Barrett, 2130s. Was that before the evacuation of Earth? Am I getting my dates mixed up? Right, what have we got here? This is a regular door. There is a restricted storage somewhere, isn't there, that we've got the key for. Let's keep an eye open for that. Right, crew facilities. What are these? Is that a shutter over the bed? Oh, that's cool. Slate 4. Okay. So we've got 4 and 6. Let's see if we can't find some more while we're here. We got a little crew table. Oh, Chunk's apple. Oh, it's outside of its packaging. 200 years old. Still good. Nom 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 nom. No more slates in here, unless... No, nothing of interest. little kitchenette area. Potato. This leads back round to this main area. Let's see. Nom. Nom. Oh, those are bandages. I've just eaten a bandage. Okay, little bathroom. Fine. All good. Wait. Am I out of areas? I think I'm out of areas. Have I explored? Oh no, hold on. What's this? Oh, that's just a regular old door as well. Okay. Kind of hoping this might be that restricted access storage. But no. Right, so small crew by the looks of it. We can glean that much. Okay, I think I've got the rest of them lined up. So, yeah, number 3 was here in the locker just near the entrance.
Voltaire really is something else.
Ah, Malcolm.
A supercomputer's so powerful, they put it on the damn moon to keep it cool. Although by that logic, they should be running it purely in the vacuum of space. But hey, good marketing material. I've been spending some off hours running some dumb simulations, just because I can. My favorite so far is simulating the sound of every duck on Earth quacking after receiving a piece of bread. You didn't know you wanted a real-time sim of feeding all the ducks, but now you have it. You're welcome, humanity.
This sounds very much as though this was all taking place whilst Earth was still inhabited, so that's interesting. So what crazy ship prototype were they cooking up before humanity left Earth? Maybe they were working on the Constant. Is that possible? Anyway, number 4 is this one that we found in this little cabin here.
Okay, confession time. Being single on a moon base is the worst. I only get like an hour to use the communication link to Earth every couple of days. And let me tell you, there's long distance dating, and then there's like long distance dating, you know? Oh, hey there, I'm a scientist, deadly employed, willing to take you out for coffee in like 6 months when I'm back from space. It's not a great opening line.
You seriously can't get a date? You're an astronaut.
Hey, no one asked you.
So that was Sabina. The project manager had mentioned something about Sabina having some personal issues or something like that. Right, I spotted Slate 5 here in the kitchen slate toaster.
You ever get jealous? You know, the crew in the shipyard, building the actual vessels that are going to travel the stars?
We're literally on a base on the moon.
Oh, come on, Sabina. I'm trying to share my dreams here.
Well, your dreams are always out there and never here where the rest of us live. Can't you just be happy doing your job?
Where's the fun in that?
Okay. Seems like there's a developing story going on between Malcolm and Sabina. And then number 6 was the one that was up here on the balcony. I'm guessing number 6 is the final one? The objective should update, if so.
When I accepted the assignment up here, we were told to bring a couple of personal items. Some psychological study said it helped when you're away from Earth this long. I brought my grandmother's old abacus. I would play with it on her lap, and she'd teach me the Russian for all the numbers. She, just got word that she passed. The next shuttle isn't for 3 months, so I won't be able to go to the funeral. Goodbye, babushka. Thank you for teaching me math. It brought me to the moon.
Oh. Well, that's horrendous. Huh, okay, right. Anyway, Barrett, suit up. We're headed to the roof, apparently. Where it sounds as though we're gonna get some sort of hints as to the launch of this prototype that they developed here. Hopefully that'll give us a few clues as to what the hell they were playing at. And why it needed so much computation time on Voltaire. Okay. Ooh, hello. That's some sort of comms panel by the looks of it. looks like the intercoms. What have we got here? Exia energy. Alright. Okay. We download some data from some sort of launch, I guess? Play recording.
Engine spin-up time almost complete. Total time 5 minutes 22 seconds. Right on schedule.
Oh, this is a launch pad.
Holding Nova. We double-checked the leakage concerns this morning.
There's that little sad
All
dot.
signs green.
Any changes to the calculation sequence from Voltaire?
No changes since we uploaded the last figures yesterday. It's a clean shot from here to Jupiter.
One day the computer will be on board the spaceship. Just imagine that.
One miracle of science at a time, Canaveral. Counting down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Canaveral, are you reading?
All clear, Nova. Indicators look good. The ship should be cruising Jupiter's orbit right now. Visual confirmation will be possible in 32 minutes. Afraid the speed of light is on the slow side these days.
What?
How does it feel to break the laws of physics, Canaveral?
We're all pretty excited down here in NASA, I won't lie.
Excited enough to tell me where you got the original data?
Is this
Not in a million years.
Is this the first grav drive? NASA access code added. Go to NASA. What? So hold on. Right, okay. It sounded like, I gotta be honest with you, that's really impressive, Barrett. Where did you learn to snap your ankles like that? It sounded like there was the music, like you get from artifacts. But did they maybe sort of use and abuse artifacts in order to create the first grav drives? Is that what we're witnessing here? The birth of grav jumping? Huh, right, let's take a look at the map. So we need to go to the... Hold on, go to NASA. Where's it saying go to NASA? Earth. Oh God. Oh! Florida! No way! We're going to Cape Canaveral?
Your landing skills never cease to impress.
That heat looks scorching. Anyway, here we are on sunny, tropical Earth. Let's hop out of the seat. So we're looking for a NASA launch tower. It's not immediately springing out at me. Oh, I was saying, oh God, is that a colony ship? Is that a colony ship that never launched?
It is good to see you.
Yeah, likewise, Amore. I'm not sure I can say the same about Earth, though. Let's head on out and take a look. Alright, we've got the whole gang here. Oh, where's Vasco? I'm not sure. Oh, sounds like he's stomping around outside. Also sounds like there might be another ship on the way down. Okay. Doesn't look like it's an enormous vessel, and it looks like it's touching down a good distance away, so it shouldn't bother us. But yeah, this is our NASA launch tower. So what in the world are we going to find here? Is this the ship? Is this the ship that they were talking about in the transmission? Did this thing launch from here and then just instantly materialize in the what am I talking about? In the orbit of Jupiter, and then what? Just ping back again? Well, you didn't stay for long, did you?
It's NASA. It's actually NASA. This is one of the towers that got us to safety among the stars.
I love that, that being the scientifically minded gentleman that he is, that Barrett's read up on the history of humanity. So, right. So, I mean, screw the tower. I want to get into that. That's where I want to be. Oh, is this an opening? Hold on.
I bet that elevator shaft will take us deeper inside NASA. Might need to work through some rubble.
Elevator shaft, you say? Right, I'm sure you're seeing something that I don't. I'm just seeing a bloody great big tangled mess at the moment. Right, some hooks and cranes and stuff up there. That's fine. I would so dearly love to actually get into that. That'd be cool. I don't think that's on the cards somehow. That is a very interesting looking vessel. Pan something or other. And unfortunately, gravity being the single G that it is,
you should avoid falls from that height unless you are properly equipped with a jetpack.
Thanks, Vasco. Much appreciated. Oh, hello. Right, that's not going to let it... Oh, wait. Can we get in there? Oh, it looks like we should be able to get in there. Oh, through the doorway by the looks of things. Okay. Ah. Right, I haven't seen one of these for a while. Looks like we need... Yeah, we need a power cell. Which we do not have about our... Oh, conveniently left behind. Thanks, humanity. Switch power required. Well, that's another fiendishly difficult puzzle out of the way. Okay. Many shipping crate. What have we got in here? Explorer space helmet. Okay, that's... Wait, hold on. Explorer space helmet. Let's take a look at this thing up close. I wondered if it was NASA branded. That would have been cool. Never mind. So we're... What, getting up and over this bunch of crap in here, I take it? No, doesn't look like. Looks like there isn't actually a way through here. So this was just some sort of storage room by the looks of things. So where else can we actually go? I take it we need to work our way up the tower somehow. Where am I actually going to be able to get to though? With my limited boost pack capability, can I make it up that far? Nope. Ow. Doesn't look like it. Anywhere around here? Oh, that looks a bit more achievable. That looks significantly more achievable. Yeah, we'll take those odds. Okay. Nice. More power cells. We're going to have to power up more old facilities by the looks of it. Ancient water bottles. Relics of humankind. And their thirst for stuff.
How terrible it must have been for them to watch others escape while they realized it was over.
That is the harrowing truth about Earth, isn't it? I don't know exactly how many made it off this dying planet, but it wasn't very many. It was a mere fraction of humankind. So the 2130s, the Earth was still inhabited. I wish... Oh, that ship's leaning. I wish I could remember exactly what year it was that humanity finally bailed out. The... Oh. Okay, that's led me around in a circle. The exhibits at the mast area would tell us that the solution to that. Ooh, hello, stuff. What do we got? Oh, God! Alright, nearly thumped down on my head. Oh, look at this. Little office area. NASA-branded computer equipment. Oh, shit. Okay. Stuff and indeed thing. Oh, we could have literally just walked up a stairway to get here. Okay. Fine. Nope, nothing there. Nothing here either by the looks of it. Okay. Right, nothing of interest. This is fine though. Let's work out a way back up. Oh, hold on. Oh, that's an elevator shaft. That right there is an elevator shaft, but it's obviously not going anywhere because the elevator's not present, and it's full of sand. Crap, how am I going to get back up? Kind of screwed myself over there. Had to work my way back round. Oh, looks like we are going a ways up. That's where I just was, down there. Okay. That's one of the access ramps. And it looks like there's no advantage to actually going over to the ship, unfortunately. But yeah, it was just a mere fraction of humanity that actually made it out. I'm guessing, seeing as it was probably about the 21... I think it was like, wasn't it like the 2160s that Earth started its evacuation process? And it was completed over the course of about 50 years. Completed. So I'd imagine the Earth's population was probably up to about 9 or 10 billion by that point. And I can imagine that it was probably, at most, maybe 100,000 made it off the planet. So it was just a tiny fraction of the Earth's population that actually made it to the settled systems, to Safe Harbor. Okay. Ooh, looks like we could potentially tippy-toe over those pipes, but what's in this little area first? Ooh. Another access. Ah, look. Little toy rocket on the floor there. Man. Take a digipick. Why the devil not? Nobody else is going to use it.
Really looks like this one almost made it to launch. Wonder what the final problems were.
Yeah, same. Yeah, I think Barrett's onto something. I don't think this thing ever actually took flight. It looks as though something, as he says, sort of crippled it at the last moment. Oh, I got a NASA snow globe. Nice. Anything else of interest? I'd love a data slate or two. Really would. You take a seat. Why don't you? Old Earth pistol. Makes sense, I guess. Although why they were arming up in a place like this is slightly concerning. Right, we'll explore that in a moment. What's through here? Ooh, another office. Any clues? Another NASA snow globe. Oh, I thought I found an exclusive collectible. What's that? I thought that might have been a skill magazine. I did pick up a skill magazine as well when I was exploring the last joint, but that's by the by now. That also goes through. Looks like we don't have to tippy-toe over those pipes because I think that's leading to the same place. Let's go and investigate. Yeah, that's where the pipes ended up. Okay. Any way up here?
Looks like the lift is offline. Maybe we can restore power. Let's look around.
Oh, interesting. So that's an elevator. And that looks like a much more sealed elevator shaft as well. So with any luck, that might have been protected by the from the elements. Now, the thing that I fear most at the moment is that I've passed a couple of a couple more of those power cells down below. And I sincerely hope that they weren't required to actually get this thing moving. Ah, that's the NASA access code that we picked up at the lunar base. Ah, crap. Oh, it's okay. It's fine. We've got power cells here. What's that? My propellant? Distilled water? Num num num. Okay. Let's get this elevator back up and running. Oh man, where's this? Is this... Hold on, is this taking us up or down? Ooh, interesting. Alright, in you get, fellas. No? Am I going on my lonesome? Alright, if you insist. Damn it! Why can't I press the button? I doubt there's much up. So was this headed down? Why have I got a tooltip on how to turn the flashlight on and off? I'm this far in the game. Do you not think I've worked it out? Right, find information about NASA. Interestingly, Interestingly, Barrett seems to keep referring to NASA as though it's one single entity. Like NASA is a building. Or a... Why is...
Crew preparation area. I can't imagine how tense and chaotic it must have been.
Imagine, though. Imagine knowing that you're one of the few groups of people chosen to actually leave the planet behind. Leave the destruction. And... Whoa, Jesus! Talk about ram raid. And then only to find that your craft is defective or unable to leave for whatever reason. That's horrendous. What have we got? Oliver Twist. Oh my god, we can actually find original Earth books here as well. And they just so happen to be the exact same copies that we found interspersed among the rest of the settled systems. Nothing here? Looks like medical equipment. I know that for actual space flights, obviously rigorous medical testing has to be carried out. But I know that there are medical tests and checkups that take place immediately before astronauts board their shuttle to go off. So I guess this would have been the final place. I wonder if that's like a crew sort of habitation area through there. And they would have passed through here and up the elevator to board for their flight. Oh, look at this. Interesting, they use the same sorts of terminals as are out in the settled systems, so computers haven't moved on in 200 years. Launch procedures. Remember, the final vitals and suit seal checks are essential. That's what this room was for. Yes, we've come a long way as far as tolerances. Yes, the number of people cleared for launch is much higher than it used to be, but these people's lives are still in our hands. I know there's rumours that the next launch is slated to be cancelled. They knew in advance? But let's not have that be on us. Assume it's go time every time. Your professionalism is what makes space travel just a little bit safer, and we can use every ounce we can get. Why was the next launch slated to be cancelled before they'd even gotten to the stage of preparing the crew? Access station logs. Error, archives damage, running system recovery. Partial archives retrieved. Delivery from Mars.
Station log. Dr. Judith Tatien. The recent delivery from Mars is unsettling.
Ooh.
I was expecting rock samples or maybe fossils of microbial life. Instead, Dr. Victor Isa comes with 2 members of the military. Everything they brought back is under wraps. What could a theoretical physicist need with a sample from Mars?
Did they find an artifact? Interesting. So Dr. Victor Aza is the one that was on the other end of the communications link when the moon base crew were talking about the launch to Jupiter. Dr. Victor Aza.
Station log. Dr. Judith Tatien. I've been trying to cozy up to Dr. Isa, Victor, to see what is going on. His team has completely commandeered one of the labs with those 2 military handlers, checking who comes in and out. I joked that maybe he found a little gray man and was doing an autopsy, and he grew very pale.
Ooh.
2 days later, he sends me a request asking for more information on my background in materials science, metallurgical engineering.
Oh.
We have a meeting tomorrow. I think I'm being invited into the lab.
They found an artifact on Mars. Oh. Well. Meeting today.
Station log. Dr. Judith Tatien. I have never been so nervous since I defended my dissertation. 4 hours talking to Victor and his team about theoretical metals, atomic bonding, even a half-hour divergence into magnetism that I'm pretty sure was to throw me off the trail of what we were actually talking about. Then I got to see the lab. I don't know how much I should say, but the periodic table just got thrown out the window.
Ha. They found an artifact on Mars. Is that what... Was that found at Cydonia? Huh, interesting. Is this door open? It is. I want to just quickly check over here. I'm sure I saw a balcony. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, there's a door up there as well. Noticed this when I was on the way around. Where does this go? Ooh. What is this leading to? Hello. Old Earth hunting rifle. Some old ammunition. Okay. All sanded in by the looks of it. Yeah, nothing else to see here. Okay. That's just a lantern. Right, let's head through to what I'm guessing would be the astronaut residence. Oh, Jesus. Hello. Interesting. Was this... Whoa. How twisted that is. Was this place... Was this place not finished? Oh, what's this? Who's been here? Bitten sandwich, lemon, lime, nom 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 nom. Distilled water, surgical bowl. Who was camped out here? Okay, not getting through there, clearly. Ooh, there's a thing up there. Okay, a couple of knickknacks. Yeah, not an awful lot up here by the looks of things.
I will never understand the human inclination towards taking unnecessary risks.
No, it looks like this place has collapsed in the intervening 200 years.
Structural collapse of the underlying strata. Typical of Karst topography.
That's precisely what I was thinking, Barrett. It's like you read my mind. Ooh. Why is there a wheelchair over there? Interesting. Employees only beyond this point. Employees only. Was this... I suppose it makes... Oh, God, look at these. Like exhibits. It's kind of cool in a weird kind of way. Closed for remodeling. Thank you for your patience.
They had a museum, but this whole place is a museum now. Anyway, looks like an exit at the end of the hall.
What is this? Oh, this is seriously cool. I was about to say when I walked through, it's interesting that it says employees only beyond this point. It must have been a public area here. Well, I mean that settles that. This was a NASA museum. They had a launch pad on the roof of a museum. Okay. Interesting. What have we got? Coils of wire and materials. I'll come back and check that reception desk in just a moment. Oh, okay. I wonder if this was a main entrance of sorts. What the hell? This is seriously cool. History of space flight, NASA. Okay. Cape Canaveral's had a serious, Oh, hello. Pamphlets. NASA pamphlets. Very cool. NASA office key. History of spaceflight pamphlets. Oh, I wanted to ring that bell. It's not ringable. I wanted to ring ding. You know, data slates or anything by the looks of it. More displays being refurbished. Holy crap. Well, this looks seriously awesome. This is going to take some exploring, I think. Yeah, this is going to take some time to poke around, and I think we're going to find some tasty morsels here. So I think that is as good a place as any to call it for now. Guys, thank you very much for joining me. Oh, I'm really excited to take a look around this place. What have we got? We've got a lunar lander. I take it that's either going to be Mir or the ISS. An Apollo... what's that? An Apollo crew module. Lunar rover. Rockets. Thrusters, engines, whatever you want to refer to it as. Barrett's like, I've seen all this before. Old news. Have you been here? Interesting. Oh, interestingly as well, it looks like there's an airlock over in that corner. I wonder where that leads. And that, I'm very interested to see that, because that is a scale model of that thing that didn't launch outside. I'm really interested to find out why the hell that thing didn't get off the ground. But anyway, guess we'll check it out next time, Vasco. If you'd like to leave a like or you care to leave a comment, pop those in the usual spots down below. And yeah, head on over to the Discord as well. Links in the description if you fancy popping over for a chat. But until next time, I am very curious to see what's out there. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.